Super proud of these guys, with their third game in 4 nights and a back-to-back. The focus, attention, and then ultimately their effort tonight was impressive, and super proud of them. Thought they put themselves in position. I think with 3 minutes to go, it's still a 1-possession game. Hard when Odyssey went out. She was probably on track to play all 40 minutes, and it was, she was willing us and Skylar was willing them. So, it was a really, really well played game. I thought both teams adjusted to the physicality around the rim. The officials let a lot of go tonight, but because of that, there was some flow in our game. And so I just thought it was a really good basketball game. And, as again, a lot easier to walk into that locker room tonight and talk to them about all the positives that we did. And again, another opportunity that we put ourselves in position to learn from and how to finish. A few turnovers in that fourth quarter, but overall, just super excited. Azurá with another monster rebounding night. The stats are out there. I'll let our PR people make sure that the stats are being shared with you. But when Azurá over these 2 games is, in the same conversation of Lisa, NECA, Candace, it's a really impressive 2-game stretch. And then also in league-wide, those, I think it was in league history, 15 plus points, 15 plus rebounds with 4 made threes in the history. I think she joins like a Tina Charles and a Stewie. Oh yeah, it's a UConn reunion. Just really impressive. So, thought Odyssey really ran us tonight and it really stayed aggressive and played downhill. So, that was a good basketball game and proud to be a part of it.
I have a question for Odyssey. I didn't see exactly what happened there in the second half. Looked like something, happened with your finger. What went down there that kind of forced you to come out of the game, and how are you feeling after?
I just landed on my hand, but I'm okay. I got X-rays and everything.
This is for you, Azurá. Just aggressive Azurá is, really amazing what you've been able to do these last 2 games. How do you keep that going to finish off the season?
Yeah, we've been going against like big post players, so I know like me and Derek and Lee have had to step up, and I don't know, I just think I play better when I don't think and I'm just aggressive. I think it helps the team come out and be more aggressive, and it just gets us all attacking, and that's I think what we need to do. Sometimes I feel like we overthink, and I know I personally do that a lot, so I just try to come out and be as aggressive as I can, and not necessarily always shooting, but like in the intangibles, defense, rebounding, and it's been pretty good these last couple of games. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
For Odyssey, Coach has been talking about how these past 2 games with Connecticut and then these 2 games with Seattle, that you're kind of treating this as like mini playoff series almost. As somebody who's been to the postseason before, played a lot in this league. What have you seen from this young group, in terms of what can translate towards, a playoff series?
We go into every game, of course, having a mindset to play hard, win, have fun. We don't have anything to lose. So what we control is our effort. Whether you play a lot of minutes or not, go out there and give it your all. I think that's more important because it trickles down from 1 all the way to 12. It's contagious. So I just think that we're staying together. We have a young group, but you see glimpses of how good we can be. So I think that we continue to stay on each other, correct the little things, and continue to just get better every game. You see it, like I said, you see little glimpses of it, and as we continue to grow, maybe a new team next year. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but the group that we have now, we're just staying connected and just trying to play hard. We love each other. Our energy is really high in the locker room all the time, whether we win or lose. So we stay together. This is a good group that really wants to learn and get better. So we have the right young ones together for sure.
So Azurá, I asked you earlier about, Gabby, being back in the league, and now you basically had like a duel against each other for most of the game. So how was that?
It was cool. Like at one point I looked up and like, whoa, we're both like making threes, like what's going on? But I mean, it was cool. Like it's fun to compete. Obviously, everyone can see how good of friends we are, but it's cool to get out there and block her shot. So that was fun.
Azurá, you talked last night about just kind of setting yourself up for a good future next season with this stretch. How do you feel like you're doing that?
Yeah, I think we are improving. I wish we could get some wins, but we're improving. I think, like Coach said, like we felt good in the locker room today, and we haven't been feeling like that, honestly. So I just think like we're focusing on the stuff that we can control, and those are things that you have to do before you necessarily see the wins. So when we start winning, we're going to be doing it the right way, which is really important. So I think we're building that every game.
Odyssey, this is for you. You know, you came from a hardship contract. You're on a hardship contract. You've been in the league for a long time. What does this performance mean to you? Just reflecting on how far you came in the league.
I've just been staying ready. Been in and out the league the last couple of years. Just motivating myself. I do have a son, so he motivates me to just never quit. I'm an example for him. So, I mean, I've just been working hard. I've never quit. I know I'm not done playing yet. Don't know when I will be done, but I still have some left in the tank. So, just continuing to just come in, play hard, and you never know what's going to happen. So I'm excited to be with this group, of course. I want to come back if that's possible, but I'm just having fun. I came to LA with nothing on my shoulders, just a fresh start. Everybody has literally had their arms wide open when I came. Gelling with my teammates more. In the locker room, like I said, the energy is really, really high. Of course, it would be better if we was winning, but like as I said, we're improving, and that's the biggest thing. And when we do start winning, it's gonna feel that much better because we'll remember this moment to set us up for the future.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hector.
Guys.
Yes, further questions for Curt?
Hey, Coach DJ Infinity TV. One of the positive stats that jumps out immediately to me is how the 3-point percentage for tonight. We really held Seattle to a limited amount of threes. Can you speak to, from a coaching perspective, how we accomplished that?
Yeah, I think obviously, Azurá led us that way, and the way that they were playing defense and congesting the paint led to some opportunities for post players to have opportunities to shoot threes, and certainly Azurá took advantage of that. We've been really wanting to increase our attempts without taking bad threes, of course. Modernize basketball is as much as we believe in getting the ball in the paint and then spraying it around. We wanted to increase our threes, and so I still think we can take more and execute to more, but also, we have a wing in Rakia Jackson who is really talented back to the basket wing. And so we're playing through the paint, but the three is going to be important to us. I appreciate they stayed confident and looked for it. We shot the ball well. I'd love to shoot a little bit better at the rim, but, Ezzy is a really good rim protector. Gabby is, an elite athlete. NECA is NECA. So it's not always the easiest team to score from the paint. But again, we did a lot of good things, just a little short for the win, but a lot of good things offensively.
Coach, with 6 minutes left, it was a tight game, and then that's when Seattle kind of, applied pressure. They went on a 12-4 run and essentially sealed the victory for themselves. What did you see there that kind of made the offense stall, and what adjustments can be made to prevent that on Sunday?
Yeah, I think one of the things analytically is Seattle's a trapping ball screen team more than anyone else in the league this year. And in tight situations, they had a couple effective traps, turned us over or tied us up. And, those hurt, obviously limit your opportunity to get a shot on goal, and they can take advantage. So increased possessions for them while ours decreased in that fourth quarter. And then I think it was hurt. I have nothing but good things to say about Crystal. It's not an easy situation to come in where you sat the entire game And then you get put into a game where it's anyone's game with Odyssey playing as well as she was, having to go out with the injury. All of that contributed. And again, everything's gonna be, just turned up intensity wise, physicality wise in tight games. And we know how talented they were. They were just a tiny bit better than us tonight in the big moments. And they made some big plays. With that said, we missed a couple shots. Azurá shot the ball like crazy, but she got a big one in the corner late, right? We'd love to have that again, but so we'll take a look. We'll take a look at what we can do and treat game 2 as we will this Seattle game up there, and look to get back at it. Not an easy place to play, so it'll be a good opportunity for us.
Hey, Coach, shifting gears a little bit, you talked about the roots and kind of cleaning up the mess here. I think those of us who've covered the Sparks for a while, we can see that, we can feel that, we definitely can see the love. But there's been conversation throughout the league about statements made by the commissioner and the emotions behind that. I'm sure that's happening in the locker room as well here. Have you heard some of those emotions, and how are you helping guide them through that?
Yeah, big thing is to be supportive. We played 3 games in 4 days.
Mhm.
So, some of the things I'm a little bit, I'm not on my phone all the time. So, not everything, but I will say this, that there's no place for racism. There's no place for bigotry. There's no place for the hatred that we've seen from a lot of different fan bases. It is incredible where women's basketball is right now. I've been involved in the game in my 35th year, and it is at an all-time high, and it is truly special and a humbling honor to be involved with. But I've also seen some ugliness this year that, there's no place for, because the game is in an insanely good place and only rising. And so we can't tear it down from within with people that, love this game also. And so there's just no place. Our league is so special to be a part of because of the diversity within our league, and to watch our sisterhood in our league of those 144 players, I use that metaphorically, whatever the total number is, how much that they truly care in a sisterhood. To watch outside people try to tear at that fiber is frustrating, because our game is in a really, really good place, and it's fun to have the eyes and attention that we are having right now, but the hatred has to stop. And for someone like myself, who's also a part of a marginalized group, the hatred that I get, I'm not, according to the DM people that are, nameless, I'm a bad coach because of my sexuality, not because I have a bad timeout or a bad night, or, called the wrong coverage or play the wrong people. It motivates me, so I won't turn off my damn DM because of some, keyboard warrior thinks that's cool, and I got it already tonight. There's just no place at it. It motivates me because I'm the only one in my marginalized group doing what I'm going to do. And it makes me more hungrier than ever to keep representing that there is a place for my group. Also, a gay male in professional sports can impact the next generation of someone that's scared to death right now at their home, that they can be who truly they are and love sports and be good in sports. So it just motivates me, this hatred that's around. But for our players, I'm a 50, whatever I am, 55 now. I don't really care anymore. I don't have anything else to prove. But what I do want to do is use my platform to show that there is a place for gay men in professional sports. And but I care how these women are being treated in this league, and the ugliness from some angles that are coming into our league. There's just no place for it, because the women in this league, as much as I compete against those other teams and and get fiery with them, I love each and every one of these guys in this league, and we have a special league, and it's got to stop. Mic drop, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Very walk out.
It's tough to go after that. But just take it back to the court with Rakia, seeing her grow so much offensively, of course, defensively as well. Just what have you seen from her as a playmaker that as far as her growing as the season goes on?
Yeah, just, again, we talk about Rakia's growth and just in this short amount of time, even in the last 2 weeks, the amount of attention that she's getting by opponents and the amount of people and bodies being thrown at her and the physicality that she's now seeing. It's like, how do you guard Rakia Jackson? Just to see her growth as a willing passer now through it is fun to watch. I loved, and I told her in the locker room after the game, she was hunting and wanted the ball in crunch time. You don't always see that in a rookie. They could defer to De'Erica and Azurá and, Odyssey, people that have been around a lot longer. She wanted the ball. She wanted every play for her down the stretch as a first option. And again, I love the fact that she can go score the basketball, but she also is a willing passer, and that's only going to get better as she commands the attention that she's getting from the opponents now.
Coach, a historic night for De'Erica Hamby tonight. She broke Lisa Leslie's single-season rebound record. Just how big has her presence been as a veteran for this young team?
So important, Mama Hamby, she's just been so important for us and, carried so much and shouldered so much early. It has to contribute to some of the fatigue now. And then, got to represent our country in, an unbelievable opportunity in the Olympics. So, I'm just super proud of her. I know the numbers have dipped a little bit, but I still think she's the most improved player in this league. And what she does from a leadership, by example, and her motor is just, so important to what we're trying to build. And, that record, should be celebrated and make sure that people understand how historic that is, that with the history of this league and the history of this franchise, to become the all-time leading rebounder in a single season is pretty special. Thank you.
Thank you, Curt. Go.
Hi, I wasn't gonna say anything. Got me all fired up.
We love fired up. Let's go.